I'm going to talk about the upcoming pattern. So just need to change some settings. So Scarborough, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Niagara on the Lake could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing in Niagara Falls City. So the weather information is gonna take it's gonna take time or long time to get new ones. So Hamilton, Ontario could get some light rain, 0.25 millimeters of rain. I said 0.25 millimeters of rain because there's nothing else to count. If it's light rain, it doesn't make any sense because it's some light rain the whole time in the Metamar model whole. So Newmarket gets nothing, but in the future it's going to get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Fort Erie, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Orangeville, Ontario could get some close to 0.25 millimeters of rain. So what city is this? So Guildford Beach, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Belleville could get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. Well, the bit that's the wrong one, wrong time. So Stouffville, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Most of Scarborough, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Richmond Hill, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Brampton could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Orangeville, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Hamilton, Ontario 0.25 millimeters of rain. Niagara on the Lake is 0.25 millimeters of rain. Niagara Falls City, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Belleville, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. London, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Collingwood, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Newmarket, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So next hour. So north of So Markham, Ontario, Vaughan, Brampton could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Everywhere in Niagara Falls except the south part is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Orangeville, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing in Newmarket when the storm goes east or rain. So Cobourg gets nothing. Collingwood could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Golf, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So next hour. So next hour, just check the. So nothing. Hamilton, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. 2 p.m. Windsor, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So it's gonna repeat. So nothing in southern Ontario. 8 p.m., 8 a.m. Friday, August 22nd, nothing. 2 p.m., nothing. 8 p.m., nothing. Saturday, August 23rd, nothing except some rain is possible in Waterton, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So Newmarket, Ontario's passing rain doesn't count. So Barrie, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Orangeville, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain, possible. So Keswick, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing as Beverly Isles. Lions Head, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So Brampton, downtown Toronto, downtown Toronto could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing in Scarborough, but part of Scarborough could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. London, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So Brampton, Orangeville. So Orangeville, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. So Owen Sound, Byerton, Ontario is gonna get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Orella, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Peterborough, 0.25 millimeters of rain. So next hours. So Cobourg, Ontario is 2.5 millimeters of rain. Belleville, Ontario is 6.25 millimeters of rain. Fort Erie, Ontario is 6.25 millimeters of rain. Niagara Falls City is passing like close to 5 millimeters of rain. Hamilton, Ontario, 0.25 millimeters of rain. So maybe Cobourg, Ontario, 0.25 millimeters of rain. Newmarket, Ontario could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain passing through. Owen Sound, Byerton could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Niagara on the Lake could get some 0.25 millimeters of rain. Niagara Falls City is 2.5 millimeters of rain. So the final hour. So Niagara on the Lake could get some 2.5 millimeters of rain. Cobourg ignores. So Belleville, Ontario, 0.25 millimeters of rain. Wyatton, Ontario, 0.25 millimeters of rain. Same thing as Owen Sound. Barrie, Ontario, 0.25 millimeters of rain. Hamilton, Ontario, 0. Not gonna count. So Peterborough, Ontario is passing, doesn't count. So total precipitation in 12 hours. So Stouffville, Ontario is gonna get some 0.7 millimeters of rain. Scarborough, the lowest is 0.2, and nothing doesn't count. So downtown Toronto is 0.2 millimeters of rain next whatever hours. So Oakville, Ontario could get some 0.2 millimeters of rain. Orangeville, Ontario could get some 0.7 millimeters of rain. Niagara Falls City 0.7, same thing in Niagara on the Lake. London, Ontario is 0.2 millimeters of rain. Peterborough, Ontario is 0.7 millimeters of rain. Collingwood, Ontario could get some 0.7 millimeters of rain. Owen Sound 0.2 millimeters of rain. Belleville, Ontario 0.7 millimeters of rain. Hamilton nothing except some 0.2 millimeters of rain. Winds by Ontario 0.7 millimeters of rain. 8 p.m. nothing. So it's gonna say nothing. So Scarborough, Ontario 0.2 millimeters of rain. Brampton, Ontario is 0.7 millimeters of rain. Orangeville, Ontario 0.2 to 0.7 millimeters of rain. Barrie, Ontario 0.2 millimeters of rain. London, Ontario 0.2 millimeters, 0.7 millimeters of rain. Next hour, Stouffville could get some close to 7.5 millimeters of rain. Niagara Falls City is 6 millimeters of rain. 3 millimeters of rain in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Wyerton could get some 0.7 millimeters of rain. Owen Sound, Ontario, 0.7 millimeters of rain. Next 120 hours. Total precipitation in close to 5 days. So 13 millimeters of rain in Wyerton. Stouffville could get some 2 millimeters of rain. Dr. Toronto's 4 millimeters of rain. Brampton 3 millimeters of rain. Cobourg 20 millimeters of rain. Peterborough 6 millimeters of rain. Around Niagara Falls is gonna get some 9 to 15 millimeters of rain. London, Ontario is 7 millimeters of rain. Collingwood 3 millimeters of rain. Orangeville, Ontario could get some close to 5 millimeters of rain. 5 millimeters of rain. Belleville, Ontario is 25 millimeters of rain. Hamilton is 3 millimeters of rain. So Barrie, Ontario is close to 1.7 millimeters of rain. So temperature pattern, air temperature pattern. So coldest and warmest. Three p.m. Goodness. So everywhere in Toronto is gonna get some 21 degrees. Everywhere in Toronto is 21 degrees. Newmarket, Ontario is 21 degrees. Orangeville, Ontario is 21 degrees. Peterborough is 20 degrees. 19 degrees in Cobourg. Everywhere in Niagara Falls is 22 degrees. In London, Ontario is 22 degrees. Collingwood is 21 degrees. Wyerton is 21 degrees. Belleville is 19 degrees. Hamilton is 20 degrees. Next hour. Everywhere in Toronto is 14 to 17 degrees. Belleville, Ontario is 15 degrees. 13 degrees in Peterborough. Belleville is 14 degrees. Hamilton 18 degrees. 18 degrees in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Niagara Falls City is 17 degrees. London is 16 degrees. 15 degrees in Blue Mountain. Wyerton is 16 degrees. Newmarket is 14 degrees. Next hour. So Stouffville is 23 degrees. Downtown Toronto is 21 degrees. Brampton is 23 degrees. Peterborough is 23 degrees. Cobourg is 22 degrees. Everywhere in Niagara Falls 21 to 22 degrees. London is 21 degrees. 23 degrees in Wyerton. 22 degrees in Blue Mountain. 23 degrees in Newmarket. Orangeville is 23 degrees. 24 degrees in Belleville. Hamilton is 28 degrees. Next hour. Wyerton, Ontario is 15 degrees. 17 degrees in Blue Mountains. 13 degrees in London. 15 to 18 degrees is in around Toronto. Belleville is 18 degrees. 13 degrees is Peterborough. 17 degrees is in around Niagara Falls. So 17 degrees is Hamilton. Belleville is 14 degrees. Next hour, Warrington is 25 degrees, everywhere Toronto is 24 to 26 degrees, Newmarket is 25 degrees, Cobourg is 23 degrees, Peterborough is 25 degrees, everywhere Niagara Falls is 25 degrees, 25 degrees in London, Ontario, Orangeville, Ontario is 25 degrees, Belleville is 25 degrees, Hamilton is 25 degrees. So everywhere in Toronto, like Stouffville, Scarborough, Brampton, down to Toronto, Richmond, including Toronto, it's gonna get some 70 to 19 degrees. Mm, 21 degrees is in Quebec. Peterborough is 16 degrees. 18 degrees in Niagara Lake and Niagara Falls City is 17 degrees. London, Ontario is 15 degrees. Collingwood is 18 degrees. Warrington is 18 degrees. Newmarket is 16 degrees. 19 degrees in Hamilton. Belleville is 16 degrees. Next hour, 15 degrees, 25 degrees in Warrington, 25 degrees in Blue Mountain, 25 degrees in Brampton, Scarborough is 24 degrees, Stouffville 24 degrees, 24 degrees in Downtown Toronto, 25 degrees is in Cobourg, actually 24 degrees, 23 degrees in Peterborough, 28 degrees in Niagara Falls City, Niagara-on-the-Lake, 27 degrees in Niagara Falls City, London is 26 degrees, 25 degrees in Newmarket, 27 degrees in Hamilton, 25 degrees in Belleville, final hour. Warrington is 17 degrees, Blue Mountain is 19 degrees, London is 19 degrees, 20 degrees in Brampton, 21 degrees, 19 degrees in Stouffville, 20 degrees in Scarborough, Southern Scarborough is 21 degrees, down to Toronto is 21 degrees in Cobourg, 19 degrees is in Peterborough, 21 degrees is Niagara-on-the-Lake, 20 degrees in Niagara Falls City, Belleville is 19 degrees, 21 degrees in Hamilton, Orangeville is 18 degrees, Newmarket is 18 degrees, Belleville is 19 degrees, Hamilton is 21 degrees. Actual final hour. So Warrington is 21 degrees, 22 degrees in Blue Mountain, 24 degrees in London, 25 degrees in Brampton, 25 degrees in Downtown Toronto, Stouffville is 24 degrees, Scarborough 25 degrees, 24 degrees in Peterborough, 23 degrees in Cobourg, 25 degrees in Niagara-on-the-Lake, 23 degrees in Niagara Falls City, Hamilton is 25 degrees, Belleville is 23 degrees, Newmarket is 24 degrees, Orangeville, Ontario is 24 degrees, 25 degrees. This is the end of the video.